Good morning and hello from Browns Bay. It is day 5 of level 1, which is apparently normal, although I'm not sure how many people actually feel normal at this time. I've asked people to share tomorrow about the benefits or disadvantages of lockdown and what they've been through, perhaps their creativity, what they've made or designed or painted. It's Saturday morning and it's 4 o'clock, which means I've been up for a while. My first shot at talking to you online was one of those 3 o'clock in the morning sessions just before lockdown, about 2 days before lockdown, when I thought about what would happen and how we would cope and where we would be and what it would all mean. Having got through it here in New Zealand, one can only feel for those who are still in lockdown. When they see photographs of us all standing together with no social distancing, they get very agitated. But of course, all that's gone in New Zealand. We have no cases. We have nobody in hospital. We only had 22 deaths. But we have a very, very challenging time economically in terms of jobs and business and income. A lot of people took the wage subsidy and are probably going to go under anyway, which is a bit dubious. One never knows with these organizations whether what they were going to do was planned anyway, and that they give the economic reasons or the COVID-19 issue as a pretext for what they intended to do, to go into liquidation and what have you. I'm not a businessman and never will be, so I don't even understand all of that. I do know that not having the opportunity to spend through lockdown means that you end up with a bit more money in the bank because you don't go out and you're not tempted to order takeaways and what have you. What are the most memorable things through this time? Probably when they first opened up KFC and people were queuing up for hours to buy some chicken. That was really bizarre. And when the hairdressers opened up and there were young men particularly queuing just after midnight to get a haircut, I don't know what that means anymore. When you don't have much hair, it doesn't really matter. What's it been like during this time? Quite good in some ways because there's been time to learn new things. Some of it happened by accident, some of it happened by design. I certainly didn't ever think I would be doing video editing and producing things that people could watch. It didn't really matter to me whether things were online or not. Most of my sermons have been produced online by written text, and I'm not sure that people actually read them or whether it's just the last resort for people who are looking for quick sermons in a hurry. Actually fish in that pond. Being ahead of quite a bit of the world, I've noticed that there are people who look, after we've done what we do on a Sunday, there are people who look for sermons online because they're still on Saturday and they're having a bad week. I know what that's like when you're expected to produce something every week. So tomorrow we've asked people to come along with their stories. I suppose it's biblical in the sense if you read 1 Corinthians 14, where it talks about different people bringing a psalm or hymn or an instruction. One of the things I've learned through this time is that it's solidified my view of the church as being people, not a building. I've resisted talking about our building where we meet as a church, but simply by its address, and focused on the people who are meeting it electronically, technically, whatever you call it, digitally. We have met in different ways, but we exist. People often ask you, how's the church? Well, they ask me anyway, how's your church? And I say, I don't know. They're all over the place today because they're really asking, are you surviving? It really isn't about whether we survive or not. It's about whether we thrive in our circumstances where we are. So, an encouraging word for those who are all over the place, not because you're falling apart, because you're not in New Zealand. You're in places where it's still very tough, where you have lockdown still and restricted lives and a lot of death and mayhem around you. We don't want to take for granted the blessing that we have in this country of actually eliminating this virus. Not that we are certain it will never come back. The borders are still closed, and at some point we'll see that there might be some new cases that pop in, probably from another country. In terms of our personal plans, we were planning and were booked and had paid for a trip to go and visit friends in the United States on the way to Cambridge to go for my sabbatical term. Well, that's all kind of been put on hold, and we wait to hear whether it can be rescheduled. But we were planning to be away for 3 months for a whole term from September to December this year. So that's something we're getting our heads around in terms of what next. Otherwise, we're back on our Sunday routine and looking forward to seeing everybody tomorrow. Wherever you are, take care, stay strong, and keep your peace and keep your peace of mind. Remember, you're not alone. God is with you. You can pray to him, even if you've been an avowed atheist or a genuine agnostic who just does not know, cannot be certain. When things are tough, we often have to revise the way we see things and begin to trust somebody else outside of ourselves. In fact, it was Viktor Frankl, when he was in the concentration camps and he penned his book, The Will to Meaning, written down on scraps of paper. He developed a whole theory called logotherapy, which is about therapy through meaning. He said you can live through anything if you have something or someone to live for, and that's someone outside of yourself. Well, in faith terms, we have a relationship with a God who does sustain us and keep us and encourage us and bless us and help us and lift us up when things are tough. So God bless you. Goodbye from Browns Bay, and we'll talk again. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.